Last night I went full crackhead mode and tried to fix the slave, which wound up being a clocked throwout bearing. Shout out to Jimmy Oaks. So that's fixed now. Midnight, I'm super tired, but today we're gonna throw this thing on the dyno. Last step is a fresh set of D-Works 1000cc injectors. Probably don't need 1000 cc's, but remember the all motor theory is it's better to have a bigger injector and use a little bit less of it than to have a smaller injector and be using it on full kill. D-Works have been supporting us since almost the first car I ever built. It's always appreciated when you guys support the brands that support us. Oh, it's the jump pack thief. We had an air tag on it. We knew where you were the whole time.
I know those air tags aren't actually hooked up to anyone's car.
They are hooked up. Surprise, surprise. Caught you red-handed. Jump packs are a rare commodity around here because everyone at the compound always has dead batteries. If you're a battery company and you want to send us 4,000 batteries, that still wouldn't be enough. It was really cool to get to start this thing and hear what it sounded like with open headers. And what's even cooler is we're about to get to start it and for the first time, hear it with open headers again, but different open headers. This time the Toge Factory high-rise open headers. And then hopefully we'll hear it with an exhaust a little later today. Tell from the videos, taking apart an entire engine bay, building an engine, putting it back in a short time frame can be kind of chaotic, but let's be honest, life is chaotic. But if you work in the business of e-commerce fulfillment, you know that's its own special type of chaos. With the sponsor of today's video, ShipStation, you can count on your day-to-day remaining calm. With ShipStation, you are not only going to save a lot of time by having access to shipping for all your stores with one login, being able to automate shipping tasks, but you're also going to be able to save a lot of money by being able to leverage their industry-leading shipping discounts. And whether you want to invest that money back into your business or maybe your hobby project car on the side is up to you. You're gonna be able to provide a better experience for your customers and you don't need to upgrade because ShipStation scales and grows with you as your business grows. And when I'm talking discounts, I'm talking big, up to 88% off UPS, DHL Express, and USPS rates, and up to 90% off FedEx rates. Calm the chaos of order fulfillment with shipping software that delivers. Just go to shipstation.com/AdamLZ to get your free trial. And I wanna give a massive thank you to ShipStation for not only sponsoring this video, but continuing to be one of the biggest supporters of our channel. We love the software. I know you guys will too. So go check it out. It's just shipstation.com/AdamLZ. No. Yeah. Sean, do you have something to share with the class?
Nope, I'm not doing this.
You said roll the clip. He's rolling the clip now.
Today. Let's hear it. Was it Beanie Head or YouTube?
You're looking at him. Well, she's ready for the dyno. Oh, that feels so wrong. That feels really wrong. I mean, the good thing is it's taken off the undercoating that probably would have caught fire anyway, from what we know.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad how like thin these cars are. So in case you're wondering what's going on here, basically we're trying to get the exhaust as humanly tight as possible because the car is like actually low. It's not just kit low. But with that being said, I don't want it touching the chassis and either vibrating or catching something on fire. So I'm trying to just give us a little bit of extra room to work with. It's probably really structurally a bad idea what I'm doing, but
no.
It's just an S chassis.
You want to talk about structural shit back here, dude?
You're not wrong.
You're fine.
I hope you don't see that from the foot in the floor.
No, not from my foot.
I think it's pretty good.
Owen's getting ready to weld it up.
I'll
fresh new exhaust.
I'll maybe put a little paint on it.
Yeah.
Owen's being way too humble. This is his first time welding titanium. That's pretty damn good. I've seen some rough titanium welding before, and like he's like over here, he's like, man, I could do better. I think they're pointing out this and this. Like you gotta gas yourself up a little more.
Thanks.
That ain't easy. Like literally, you just started TIG welding, right?
Yeah, I did the box practice box yesterday at lunch, and now I'm doing titanium 24 hours later.
Which is like kind of a big jump. So we didn't even realize that this exhaust was titanium at first. I grabbed it because it's like, oh cool, it's got a titanium muffler, but there's no way that the full thing was titanium. And it was. And then Owen was like, I'm down. So I figure it's a good project to learn on. It's a car that, like, I don't say it doesn't really matter much, but I kept telling Owen, I'm like, yo, worst case scenario, if it cracks, just do it again.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
You got to learn it at some point.
Yeah,
and there's
for
never
sure.
going to be like, we're not just going to put this on the stinky.
Yeah. Looks at Owen.
That'd actually be sick. Imagine.
Good job, Owen.
Good job, Owen.
Thank you.
All right, let's listen to this pig. Damn, look at this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the ground clearance, brother.
Clear
For
up
an S
top,
chassis,
clear
that's
down below.
gangster. I mean, I helped a little bit by hammering, but. Sean, check this out. Stop filming.
Okay. Just kidding.
Keep this. You tight, bro? I'm low,
My
so
K
like,
looks like that.
my other car I would always drag here.
E-spec, you know? You got me right.
So it's like, what the fuck, bitch? This O-spec.
So we're just gonna basically ghetto slip it and then we'll clamp it down later. So the finalized mounts aren't necessarily done on the exhaust, and I want to be clear, this will actually clock and rotate and tuck way tighter up in here, but for the sake of dynoing it today, since we're gonna tomorrow like actually finalize the mounts, I'm just gonna leave it here because it kind of moves a little bit. That way it's not like hitting the gas tank and rubbing on things.
Yeah.
Then we can finalize that tomorrow. But I'm pretty stoked to hear what it's gonna sound like.
Yeah.
This is actually an old school truss titanium exhaust that came on my S15 that probably some dude put on in Japan ages ago. I can't even find the same exhaust anymore, so it's probably something that's not made. So even though it's not period correct for the car, it's still kind of like a cool little JDM bit. Or too big. This should work. First start with like $10,000 titanium exhaust made in Germany. Let's go. Turn your decibel down.
I did.
Full straight height.
I'm nervous.
Full custom.
Pretty quiet.
When you put a titanium exhaust on a Honda engine, it sounds like a Honda. You said it sounds like a Porsche?
Yeah.
Is that what I heard?
No.
What'd you say?
I said it looked like an Integra from the back.
Oh, they said it sounded like an Integra. Prelude sounds sick, so don't f with Prelude.
Look at this Honda guy. Big Honda energy here.
Well, if I'm in a Honda, I got the Jimmy Oak stance.
Yeah. You can only see the brim of your hat driving by. This is your view if you're a Honda driver.
I'm clear! A ella le gusta la gasolina!
It actually sounds pretty cool.
I'm scared to rev it too much until we tune it, but it sounds pretty sick.
Yeah.
To the dyno we go.
What do you think?
You said 215?
Yeah.
F out of here. We're making 280, bro.
I said 250.
Oh, we're making 280.
280? It happened already?
No, it's gonna.
He said it like,
Check this
we're
out.
making
Check this out.
280,
You'll
bro.
appreciate this. You like this? So this is old school truss titanium exhaust
I
from my
do like
15, retrofitted.
Classy.
Owen's first titanium welds, and it came out gangster. I wish you could see it.
He was
Like,
telling me he was welding stuff. That's cool.
this close to the chassis, like super tucked up. Ignore back here because it's just like temporary mocked up, but like
Hell
up
yeah.
there it's tight.
Hell yeah.
You need to see the context of what it made before. Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I've never been so excited at 230 horsepower. That's a massive jump, bro. Look at that. The torque, we went up 40 foot-pounds of torque already. Look at that, baby keeps climbing. 240 and we just starting. The funny thing is I was warned about that. I'm gonna see if I can modify that so it can stay in better.
Yeah.
Bone dry, baby.
Heck yeah.
I sealed that.
This boy's so proud.
I'm super proud of this thing. The biggest reason being is because I sealed up this motor with my bare hands on a Sunday and there is no leaks. It did all the things, it revved well over 9,000 RPM and it held up to all that Freddie could give to it. On the flip side, the numbers, a bit disappointing. Now look, we know that my mainline can be a little bit of a heartbreaker. This car with a K20 made like 180 horsepower. On other dynos, dyno jets, it'd probably be closer to 200 horsepower. With the new motor setup, we saw really good gains. Like this is huge. Pretty much everywhere we made more torque and more power. We're talking an average of like 40 foot-pounds more torque, and peak power came in just shy of 250 horsepower. Now, I do think there's some more power left on the table, but our point of reference, according to Jamie Marsh, is this setup on a dyno jet probably would have made like 270, 280 horsepower. We don't care about the numbers, we care about how it feels, and that's what we're gonna get to experience tomorrow. Jamie did make two comments that we did see in the data. We had a feeling that these ITBs were gonna be limiting. They're too small, it's not an ideal design. It's hard to show you guys, but the port on it actually doesn't even match the port on the engine. I'm a big sound guy, so I was like, screw it, we'll leave it on, but we do have another intake manifold trick up our sleeve. I wanted to save it for V2, because I think there's gonna be some pretty big gains. Jamie thinks as much as like 20, 30 horsepower from changing intake plenums. And in the data, we could actually see from the map sensor, there's 1 PSI of vacuum as we get into the higher RPM range, which means the engine wants to suck more air than this intake manifold can allow it. Now on the exhaust and the header side, there's some little trick bits we can do to increase scavenging. Maybe there's another 10 to 20 horsepower left on the table there, but I'm stoked because it looks good, it sounds good, and most importantly, the whole reason why we went down this rabbit hole was to fix the oil pressure. This all started because the old engine had bad oil pressure and I was scared to drive it, and I was like, screw it. Instead of putting all this time trying to diag, I'm just gonna put a fresh K24 bottom end on it, and then it escalated into a spicy K24 bottom end with a fancy oil pump. And Freddie, the world needs to know, how is the oil pressure?
Great. It's like over 80 the whole pool.
No dips?
No dips. Well, I mean, when VTEC hits, it dips like 5 PSI, but it's chilling.
I mean, before it was dipping, guys, all the way down to like 20, 30 PSI, where now the dip is to like 75, 80 PSI. So I've got full confidence in the car now so I can drive it more. I think it's one of the coolest looking and coolest sounding cars that I own, which is kind of wild to say that, but it's just something like, you know, when you've drifted and you've driven a bajillion different cars, it takes something new and weird and different to get you excited to go do the thing that you love to do. And this thing is everything that all my other cars aren't. So this is another example of our new journey down the naturally aspirated rabbit hole. Freddie, this makes the Porsche, the Supra. Now we got a Honda engine. What's next?
Something with more cylinders. Like, it needs to make more than 500.
Hey. The Supra's almost there. Wait, we did crack 500 with the Supra.
Yeah, more than 500.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see 4 digits.
4 digits, NA?
NA.
That's impossible.
It's impossible.
Wow, this guy, he's got it. You know, he really believes in himself as a tuner, but I don't know that he's got that. Comment below if you think Freddie's got 4 digits NA. Have you ever made 4 digits NA?
Does nitrous count?
No.
Does nitrous NA?
No, we can put we can put M5 in this right now.
Yeah, then we'll make 300.
I know, I just
Maybe,
don't.
no, we won't.
I literally just.
Take the limit us.
I just don't feel like dropping the. I don't feel like draining the gas tank. You bet your ass though, this car's gonna get some nitro in it. Just wait. I do have to give a massive thank you as well to Jamie Marsh, even though he isn't here. He wishes he could have been. He was actually considering flying down. He's definitely been super helpful to us, giving us as much info as we could possibly need because he lives, eats, and breathes these. I want to say he's made over 600 horsepower NA, which is like insane. I don't even know how it's possible. But that dude is literally a scientist. Like, actually, that's his day job. He's a scientist, so that kind of makes sense. And then, of course, Boosted boys, Kyle and Emilio, obviously they came over here and helped, but not only did they help and guide me through the process, we got an engine that works, screams to 9,000 RPM, and does all the things that we could ever want it to do. So I'm excited. We're gonna finalize the exhaust mounts, that way it doesn't fly off the car. But other than that, I think she's pretty much ready to rip. Maybe we'll bolt the body panels on tomorrow since they're dry, they're in paint. Temp's good, everything good?
Everything good?
Cool. How are you doing, are you good?
I'm gonna go home. Is she good? Now we're good. Everything's good.
Alright, now's the real moment of truth. We finally get to enjoy this thing and see if it feels different now that we make all this extra power. Dynograph is one thing, but real life's another. I'm intentionally leaving the hood off, not because I'm not confident in my work, just God forbid the dipstick flies out or something else happens. I want to be able to catch it really early, because oil on a hot header could not end well. So it looks pretty sick, and it'll make for some cool footage. I threw a GoPro up here, so hopefully we'll get like hella ITV wop, wop noise. But I'm stoked. If it works well, I'm gonna make the guys drive it, and I think they're gonna be fucking love or hate the shit out of it, I don't know. Alright, I'm just gonna do a little straight line pull first. Watching oil pressure and make sure everything's good. I'm so excited to hit VTEC. Alright, ready? Yo, it did not do that before. I might need to air down the tires. Hell yeah. It's gonna be a spicy unit. Alright, do a little 1-2. No clutch dump, just a block. Good, so I might be down to just send it.
All right.
I think we need lower tire pressure, Owen. It's like, it's got a lot of power now. Yeah? Look, it's wheels and just like no clutch dump, just black.
I think he likes it.
Seems like it worked.
Yeah. Seems like it works pretty good.
I don't want to get too excited until we verify there's no leaks.
Okay.
As a drift car, it's a amazing machine. Is it leaking?
Any leaks, Sean? Dipstick's on.
Let's go.
The fuel's kind of sloshing and leaking a little bit.
Yeah, that's all right. We're not. I'm more concerned about the engine.
The second coil pack from the back, the seal looks like a little leaky, but
Yeah, I had a feeling about that. I didn't replace the O-rings there.
yeah.
Is it okay enough or bad? Bad.
I mean, I think eventually it's gonna start dripping down the cover, but
good enough to drive for now. Do you wish that you could take the K-Series S13 for a spin? Well, I'll do you one better. What about this Evo that has a turbo and makes more power and is all-wheel drive and more rare and really cool, and you could be the proud new owner of it. For every $5 you spend on lzmfg.com, which also supports us and all that we do here, you get entered for a chance to win this bad boy. So check the links in the description. We got a bunch of cool stuff on the site, and it's a great way to show your support if you enjoy what we do. What do you think? Do you like it? Pull the plug.
Yeah. That's like twice as small as my V8, but it has some juice in it.
I bet it's more power per cylinder.
Yeah, should do the math.
Actually, no, it's not. Well, you have a blower though, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, exactly.
So, technically speaking, the car is phenomenal. Like, it does everything that I want it to. It honestly feels like the same car as before, just scaled up a little bit. So instead of having to be pinned everywhere, I can modulate the throttle a little bit. So what was the consensus? The spark plug hole fill up oil?
No, it's not.
It's just coming out the top
seal.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is what we're gonna do. I want Sean and Owen to drive it. At least do a lap. So we're just gonna do an oil wipe down in between.
Okay.
In between runs.
Yeah, a little oil pit.
Yeah. As long as oil doesn't get to the headers, we're good.
Yeah.
The coolant temp is good. The car drives phenomenally. Just you got to remember, you got to drive it committed, because the no power steering thing, like, you're going where it wants to go.
I've never driven a car.
You'll be all right. You'll be good. You can drive a Sim, same thing.
That's like 2,600 pounds, or?
I don't know. We should weigh it.
Yeah.
Comment below what you think it's gonna weigh, and if you're right, he'll buy you poutine.
Of course, and maple syrup.
Dude, I go with some maple syrup right now. You ever have maple syrup and coffee?
Yeah, that's the way to go.
I thought it was like crazy doing it for the first time. We used to put on like toast and when I was a kid. Yeah.
That's the only way to go.
My dad's a big authentic maple syrup type of guy.
Damn.
Yeah.
If I known, I already bought. I brought some for Chelsea and like some of the guys at Drift HQ. So no more left. I'm gonna have to come back, man.
I know. All right. We'll get this thing back out there. Maybe if the oil issue isn't too bad, you can take it for a spin. I don't want it to catch on fire. That's my only concern.
Yeah.
Everything else is like whatever. Car looks good, dude. Seeing the header just like peek out. I wish I had a clear hood. That'd be so tacky of me.
It's so good.
You just have to stay committed, or it'll just want to straighten. But the angle's really good. You won't spin. But stay committed, or else. After like one lap, come back so we can wipe off the oil.
I'm probably not gonna do like a full send lap. I'm just gonna come back.
Yeah, do whatever you feel. Oh, it sounds sick from outside. Let her eat. It sounds very evil.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't sound like a high pitch Honda, it sounds like an evil Honda.
What do you think?
Pretty neat.
It is?
Yeah.
Hey, remember, you welded that exhaust.
What happened to it?
That's all you, that sound.
Oh yeah.
Big tie guy. All right, Sean, you're up. Hey, remember, I will care if you stuff this, so don't stuff it. He's gonna go out there, he's gonna wanna be all hot boy and show off. This is the hardest car you've ever driven. Sean drives like the gnarliest cars, so it's like really a joke. What do you think about the no power steering?
Really weird. I've never done that before. It's like you can't trust it.
So I've had to drive with no power steering in events when I've lost power steering, and it's all throttle. The wheel's like almost like a suggestion. You can't steer to tell the car what to do, so you're just kind of along for the ride. Look at this. Look at this shit. Now let me hear them throttles. vibrate, everything moves. All right, what's your initial thoughts, Sean? Approve or not approve?
Yeah, feels fast.
For 250, it feels like a lot more than that, right?
Yeah.
And then 250 on a main line, and these European 250 numbers.
I was only in first gear.
Oh, wow.
Talk about needing the locksmith. The locked. Locked? Yeah.
There's no power steering.
Yeah, but no, the...
Oh, it won't turn on?
Yeah.
So who broke the key?
Man.
If you're good at breaking into cars, we could use your help. Comment in the description. Sean's like, where's the camera at?
Ready?
Kind of taking this as a sign. Maybe this is the universe telling us we shouldn't drive it.
Clap a tree.
That, or I was just gonna say that the car might catch on fire from the sketchy oil leaks, but true. Maybe this is the universe's way of telling us we had our fun for today. You know, we got the video up that we were hoping to get to share with everyone, and you know, like share this amazing experience of the car and everything that's come together and kind of how cool it's looked. And you know, the journey is more what I'm proud of than the final result. You know, being able to silicone this engine and not have any leaks.
I'm gonna grab a flathead real quick.
Only things that are really not up to par was really just, you know, the O-rings, which it's a very common mistake. You know, it's unfortunate. We've got a very special Canadian guest here that I would have really liked to be able to drive the car. I just don't. I don't think it's in the cards for today. So I think this is probably going to be the time of the video where I just appreciate you guys for tuning in. And you know, hopefully we'll have this thing back together soon. We can test it a little more, maybe take it somewhere special and have a good time and drive and do the things. They're trying to, you know, do what they can with flatheads and other things, but I think, like I said, this is the universe telling us. I think even with the biggest flathead that the universe could handle to us, it's still just in the end of the day, like, you gotta call a locksmith. You know, you might think you're a locksmith, you might think you know what you're doing, but you can't change the way a cookie crumbles. You can change the way you bake it, you can't change the way it crumbles. And as you go into the weekend, just remember that. We appreciate you guys, and hope you enjoyed the journey of getting the car to where it's at. And stay tuned, and we'll keep you updated on what happens with the key. Thank you.
What's been broke up and how
When you said